Oh, crap. Hey, guys, what's going on? Oh, crap. Wow, I don't have nothing available here. Hold on one second. I am totally behind the times. I didn't even realize it was 10 a.m. until I looked at the thing and I was like, oh, snap. Get live, chick. How is everybody? Give me 1 second while I pop up my chat. Yes, Eddie is. I meant to take that off the screen. Hold on a second, guys. Holy crap. That snuck up on me fast. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Hey, Andy, Misty Cat, Nicole, Heather, Sophie. Who else we got here? Easily distracted. Did I say Andy? Wow. Goodness gracious. Oh, I might not have that up. Oh, that's going to be loud. All right, let me get my D-Live chat pop out. Hey, oh, I already know I'm going live. Thanks for the notification. Freaky Geek, how you doing? All right, there we go. We got that. We got that. Lord, it did. It snuck right up there on me. Oh, I did mean to go like that. Eddie's not here yet, but he will be. He will be. Thank you for the follow or the sub, Ellie. How are you? Welcome. It's a lot of noise going on. Scared the crap out of me. Thank you, Heather, for the lemons. They're working now, I think. Good. Tiny Labs, no, I totally didn't even think about it. Looking into that. Thank you so much. Yeah, the WTF, the lurker, and the moon, that's not all working for some reason. Or gotta give the boy points. Lord, what a way to start the day. I was messing with the credits to make sure that they were working right. And then I happened to look down at the time and I'm like, oh, it's 10. Oh. You guys need more cookies? Cookies for Fluky or cookies for everybody? Thank you, Nicole, for the ice cream. Oh, Lord. I always need some made. Yes, D-Live, because I'm live in D-Live as well. Oh, for Fluky mainly. Fluky! Mama not give you cookies? Well, Heather says both, though. Thank you for the follow, Raven. How are you and welcome? Or the sub, I should say. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Lemon drizzle cake and banana bread. Oh, that's good. Yeah, banana bread. That's my fave. I'm telling you. I think it's better to get the dog going than to activate any Google tool. Very cool, Sophie. When I get through the... Is Claire around? Because I want to share her pictures as well. But yeah, when I share the link, Sophie, you're more than welcome to come up and share your stories, definitely. But I want Claire to explain her pictures that she sent me, so I, get them right. I don't want to. You know what I mean, guys. And I'm not awake yet. Holy crap. I am awake, but I'm just not with it. All right. I'm not sure exactly when. Eddie, yes. Hey, Boomer, how you doing? Will the links be chocolate flavored? Maybe, Freaky Geek. Why? Will you come up if I chocolate flavor the... Oh, okay. That's fine too, Sophie. Yeah, no problem. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. That's right, Nicole. I do remember her saying something about that. It's tempting, but no thanks. I thought maybe we'd give Freaky Geek up here, and. How you doing, Boomer? How you been, hon? Good to see you. I hope everybody is well and had a good weekend. Doesn't seem like a Monday to me. Although it's hotter than hell here in Alaska today, but the wind is strong. Okay, Sophie, thank you for letting us know. I know. Eddie will be coming shortly. He's at work still. All right, Streamlabs is working. All right. What the hell's going on with today? Everything's working. Except the lurker buttons and that. Thunder and hail there. Oh, be careful. Be careful, yeah. The wind, it's windy. It's gusting here. I can hear it. So hopefully we don't lose power. Yeah, Eddie found a new field. It's filled with beer, so 7-leaf special plants. Only you, Andy. I swear. I swear. I didn't even. Oh, I thought he messaged me. I didn't even bring in a Pepsi. Holy crap. Rain there, Nicole. Much rain and thunder, but I like it. Although get vertigo because of it. Right. Humid and hot there. Easily distracted. Yeah. Sophie is getting hail too. Now sunny. Wow. Freaky Geek says sun is shining here, but we got cool breeze blowing. Freaky Geek, are you up near those storms? Storms coming this week to cool it down again. I don't know what the temp is here. Get up there. 62. 64. Just updated. 64 here today. Oh no, who licked the frog? The poisonous frog sends half the crew to Davy Jones' locker. Who licked the frog? You know you're not supposed to do that, right? Oh, Freaky Geek made everybody else lick the frog so we could get all the cash. See how he is? Oh, Heather said 68 degrees and sunny. Nice. Oh, 91. Holy hell. Yeah, that's a little too hot. It's a little too hot. I could be thankful. May seem to miss the village. We will get rains and high winds. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Andy. See? Yeah, Freaky Geek. Hey, Shandy Warhol Misfit, how are you? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? That's what I'm saying. Freaky Geek made everybody lick the frog, so they all died, but Freaky Geek. See how you are, Freaky Geek? You're very welcome. My pleasure. Good to hear that you're doing okay. Everyone ate your Harry Potter chocolate frogs. Yes, your fake chocolate frogs. That's what it was. And then you sent everybody to the. Don't eat them though, Freaky, because you sent everybody else to Davy Jones's locker there. Nicole sends over the frog. That's funny. So, all right, guys. So, on today's show, what we're talking about is we're asking why is one person's experience more meaningful than another, and that has a lot to do with what I went through last night. Then we're talking fight or flight and the paranormal. And then we're asking what is collective consciousness and what does it mean for the way we view the concepts of ghosts and EVP communication with living people. And then we're going to look at wisteria. I want to wait though. So maybe next week when it comes to paranormal talk, because she sent me some pictures and wanted to know what we thought of the pictures when she said they were in code. I thought they were like in HTML code, but they're not. But it's cool the way they came out. But I want her to be able to be here too to explain where she took the pictures, how she took the pictures, all that good stuff. Because it's weird. It's very weird. Let me go ahead and get this up and running. Because apparently I didn't. The pictures are picky. They're not picky, but they're just there needs some explanation there to go with it, if that makes sense. Well, that ain't it. I don't know where I got this article from. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Just trying to. Okay, so apparently we're not going to collect. Oh, never mind. Never mind. All right. You don't do spiders. I know you need to get a tarantula, Andy. That's what it is. Andy says, we'll be waiting for you to turn off the bedside light tonight, Freaky. Then we're all coming to haunt you. Freaky says, Andy, you bring in the spiders? Andy's like, oh, hell no, I don't do spiders. Okay, Nicole, thank you for never minding. All right, so we're going to talk about Sheldrake's hidden puzzle. Okay. In 1983, physical researcher Rupert Sheldrake attempted to test the idea of shared knowledge through pictures. What is collective consciousness and what does it mean for the way we view the concept of ghosts? That's where I got the title from. Collective consciousness is something that that within spiritual circles is quite popular. The concept was theorized by philosopher David Emil Durkheim and was written about wow, really? It's Monday. Written about it in his dissertation, Division of Labor in Society in 1893. It refers to a set of shared beliefs, ideas, and knowledge that we are a unifying source within society. The totally of beliefs and sentiments common to average members of society forms and determinate system with a life of its own. It can be termed the collective or common consciousness. I know, Andy, Messiisms to the front line. Exactly. So, but things get a little bit more spiritual when you start to look at what Carl Jung calls the collective unconscious. Many people tend to believe that we are connected on some sort of telepathic and conscious level. A lot of the knowledge we have as humans seems too often to just be known and not learned by observation. It was Carl Jung who came up with the concept of the collective unconsciousness. It is believed that we are born with knowledge and imagery that comes from our ancestors. The collective unconscious consists of the sum of the instances and their correlates the archetypes. Just as everyone possesses instincts, so he also possesses a stack of archetypal images. Hey, Maria, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. Right, Freaky Geek, the hive mind. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, definitely. No, you did not, Freaky Geek. Maria comes in the room and all of a sudden you hear contraceptives. An example of shared knowledge or collective consciousness was observed in the 1950s in what was called the 100th monkey phenomenon. Have you guys heard of this? I watched a documentary that used this phenomenon in it, and it's pretty wild. It's weird how it works, and it makes you think, definitely. So if you haven't, we'll talk about it. In the early 1950s, the primatologist would provide the monkeys on Koshima Island in Japan with food such as sweet potatoes and wheat. The food would be left out in open areas for them to enjoy while they were where they could also be observed. After some time, one of the subjects, who was 18-year-old female by the name of Emo, discovered that the sand and the grit could be removed from sweet potatoes by washing them in the water. Okay? Her family and friends soon learned this trick and copied this behavior. Soon many monkeys were observed washing the potatoes before eating them. Right, Sophie, yeah, kind of like Chinese whispers without thought. What was interesting about this behavior was it seemed that the younger monkeys taught the older monkeys how to do this. Of course, normally the older monkeys would show the children, and this went on for several years. It then claimed that a remarkable event occurred on Koshima Island in the fall of 1958. While the monkeys on the island had learned the behavior from observing another, once the 100th monkey learned the skill, monkeys on other islands who had not witnessed this skill started washing their potatoes in the same way. It was as if they suddenly knew or learned a skill on some sort of unconscious level. And it's really, really weird. So monkeys everywhere else started learning this skill. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Psychic connection. Right, Andy. Yep, get half a dozen like-minded people having a psychedelic experience, and they seem to learn similar stuff. Hey, Shelly, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. But interesting, right? So that's where the whole collective consciousness comes in. And when I had my near-death experience, that's the emotion I felt, like everything was connected. I don't know how else to explain it. Like I didn't love, like I said before, I didn't love my kids any less or more than anything else or anybody else, if that makes sense. Is it like twins having I think twins having the same thought, or is that different? I think with twins, at least in my point of view, the twins are more collectively, um, they can tell quicker than like if me and you had a thought of the same thing. Does that make sense? If like they're connected more or faster, they can get the information faster. So, Sheldrake's Hidden Puzzle. Author and renowned psycho researcher Rupert Sheldrake is famously known for his writings on the concept of morphic resonance, the idea of mysterious telepath type interconnections between organisms and of collective memories within the species. I briefly touched on this concept in the article Our Animal Psychic is offered as possible explanation as to why a dog seems to know when its owner is coming home, for example. In order to try to understand, is there some sort of collective consciousness or source knowledge that we have access to? Sheldrake conducted an experiment, initially over television, by projecting two images, unseen by the world at that point in time, which had hidden imagery embedded, much like an optical illusion. And I'll show you the pictures he shared. Thank you. These two pictures. This was picture one, and this was picture two. Okay. Now, look at the pictures carefully and note down what you see. So let's try this here, right? I didn't say stop sharing the screens, people. Okay. Let's see if I can pull them in quicker. Well, this sucks. I can't like move it over. Let's see. We'll do this. This is picture one. Don't say it in chat. See, it's going to be hard because I already know what I see in it because I know what it is. Because I've already read this article. But I'll put it up there. There's picture one. So if any of you get it, I wonder if you get it consciously from me. Or unconsciously. Whatever. So there's picture one. Oh my God. And there's picture two. Do you guys see anything in it? Myra's picture 2, and then we'll do picture 1. All right. So, a volcano and faces a bear, a tree. I see more in picture 2 than picture 1. Okay. So first there was a sense of 3 television experiments. They used hidden images in picture puzzles. This experiment has 3 steps. You start by showing 2 of these puzzle pictures in a group of test subjects to establish a baseline for how easily the hidden picture can be recognized. Next, on TV, so that you can reach a large number of people, you teach the TV viewers how to see one of the images, but do not show the other. Finally, you find a new group of test subjects who did not see or hear about the TV show, and again, test their ability to recognize the images. The experimental question is, a lot of people learn to spot the images in the puzzle pictures, then does that make it easier for other people to spot it as well? Well, with this experiment, the first of these TV experiments was done in Britain in 1983 with 2 million viewers. Several thousand people were then tested in a different part of the world, and the results were very positive and significant. The percentage recognizing the image shown on television increased after the broadcast, whereas the percentage recognizing the control picture, the one that wasn't shown on TV, didn't change. So they knew what the first picture was, but didn't. Blinking, you saw fire, no fire. Freaky, the first one I looked at, then blinked, I seen a panda bear. The second one, a face. Interesting. Easily distracted, said picture 1, peacock, picture 2, mountain and face. Interesting. Just Freaky Geek says distracted, I seen a bonfire in the first time with the second picture. Sophie said in the second I saw a mountain and a face. All right, hurry back, Andy. So when this was done in on larger scale on BBC television in 1984 with 8 million viewers, it was one of the popular science programs called Tomorrow's World. Now in the one, thank you, Mystique, for the lemons. I hope you're doing well, hon. Thank you for the diamond. Thank you, Nicole, for the ice cream. You're awesome. Yeah, I knew it was you. That's why I said I hope you're doing well. Just in case anybody forgot, Mystique is Wisteria. Tomorrow's World, so you guys know about it. I've never seen it. So pretty cool show, huh? So now in one, the image was to be shown was selected at random, live in the moment of broadcast. Post-broadcast tests that were carried out in North America, in Western Europe, and in the Southern Hemisphere, particularly South Africa. The results are puzzling. The percentage of people recognizing the hidden image in the picture was shown on television increased very significantly in Western Europe, but not in North America. In neither case, there was a change in the control picture. So there seems to have been an effect, but the effect was confined to Western Europe. Now, at first, this looks as it might be a distance effect, but I don't. expect distance effects. Then, in looking at the data from South Africa, there was also an effect there, although not as significant because the sample size was rather small. One possibility is that it has to do with people being in similar time zones, being more in a phase. South Africa and Western Europe are only 1 hour difference from Britain, whereas America is 5 to 8 hours difference. So they think that maybe being in the same time zone, you're in that same state of mind. Welcome back, Sophie. Oh, that's weird. Wisteria, that's weird. Maria says, Amy, oh, no, never mind. You're talking to Amber. I don't want to, But yeah, so that's interesting. So the third experiment was done in West Germany, or North German television, in early 1985. There again, the control picture was shown, no change at all. The only change was for the puzzle picture shown on TV. But this time, after the picture had been seen or been shown on German television, it seemed to become harder for people to spot in England. Not in America. In America, there was no effect. Us Americans just suck when it comes to puzzles, apparently. No. But in other parts of Europe, particularly in England, there was a significant effect, but a negative one. Another thing that happened in German experiment is that people, even in North America, started giving the right answers to the pictures shown in the previous BBC experiment. So that's weird. So there was a number of anomalous features, rather puzzling and bizarre. So something happened, but it wasn't what they expected. It wasn't like the monkeys knowing how to clean. Well, initially, when people first saw the image, they found it was hard to see what was there, like in many optical illusions, right? Sometimes you need someone to point it out to you. Once they do, you wonder why it takes so long. As more and more people saw the image, people started to identify it much faster, even though they hadn't seen it before. Was this because they were tapping in some sort of collective knowledge? So I'll let you guys off the hook. This is what the pictures were. As soon as, oh, there it is. Okay. The first one was two people dancing. And the second one was a cowboy riding a horse. Just black and white. I know these ones because just because my aunt had a backwards puzzle like that. So I look at things backwardsy like that, I guess. Wild, right? So while the research is often criticized, it's an interesting concept and one that you have to wonder about in particular. I think that it's a connection to what we think about with ghosts. That's okay, Wisteria. We all know Typanese. Collective consciousness and the paranormal. So we know that parapsychologists have spent a lot of time and work studying the human mind and what we could, in fact, be capable of. In 1972, of course, there was the experiment dubbed the Philip experiment, which we've talked about before, where a group used their collective thoughts to see if they can conjure a ghost. And guess who's home? Okay, honey. When you come in, will you bring me a Pepsi, please? Yep. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. That's right. Eddie was conjured up. That's what it was. See, we all thought about Eddie and at the same time, apparently. And we conjured him. Nicole. Yes, honey, bring the Pepsi. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I feel, and if you watch Kindred Spirits at all, I don't know what you got. Hey, G Smoke, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. You will find if you watch their episode Zombie Boy how that works, and I've thought about that for years. I've talked about it on here many times about how the energies at hauntings and stuff like that, they get, it goes with our beliefs. That's what I believe anyway. That's just my point of view. But if you watch their Zombie Boy, they gave the ghost a whole backstory, and they were getting EVPs that correlated with what the story that they told. Right, Melanie? And I even thanked Adam and Amy for doing an episode like that, because a lot in the paranormal, they don't understand how much you can influence a haunting. Not that I'm a parapsychologist. I want to be. I would love to be. But, I mean, that's just from many years of studying and researching and doing this that, hey, Ghost Rider, how are you, hon? Welcome. That I believe that. I believe our conscious and unconscious is what affects hauntings. But yeah, that's a very good, that show right there was a very good explanation of how I feel. Oh, gee, Smoke, you ain't got to do that, but I do have, I think if you go to my channel, I'd have to look, and go to my About section, I believe that there's my P.O. box there, I think. Or it could be on my, intro video there where it says, hey, everybody, welcome to Shadow. That's like 3 years old. It might be in there. Or I could just tell you here. It's P.O. Box 1112. Here, I'll write it down. There we go. No, Freaky Geek, 3 years. You know this. Considering you, Patrick, Diary, all that. We're there, I think, for my first, around my first. Mr. Trouble is actually in the bathroom. He just got home today. Just got home. You're welcome. Thank you, G Smoke. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that if you look for Kindred Spirits and watch Zombie Boy, like some of you guys have watched, and it's interesting. It's something that I believed in for, since I was 3 years old. No. Yes, Melanie, well, no, not really. Because the truck was a little late, so we didn't go in at midnight. But, so it's very interesting, and I've always said that I believe that the collective consciousness, or the consciousness, it kind of goes back what I was talking about with Chad Kalick when he did, I think it's Red Sky. I can't remember what it's called. But where he went in as a paranormal investigator, had stuff happen paranormal wise, and then one of his Mary Beth he sent in, she was wicked tired, didn't think nothing about paranormal. All she was, when you're tired, all you're thinking about is wanting to go to bed. Stayed up for 24 hours and went and investigated the place or a room, and nothing went on. No paranormal stuff went on. Whereas, and there was 2 other ones that he did, plus Carrie and O'Keefe was part of it too. Hey, Take Me Out, how are you? Welcome, hon. So it definitely affects how we look at things, how we feel going into a place. Definitely, I feel that affects it. So when I saw that episode, I was like screaming at the TV. I was like, yes, thank you. Somebody recognizes that. Yes, Melanie, it was. It was explained and layered out well. You are exactly right. It was. Yeah. The episode was really enlightening. I wouldn't have fully believed it if I hadn't seen it. And it's hard to describe when I'm telling people, or not telling people, but explaining to people what I'm talking about collective energy or collective consciousness and how I feel about that in the paranormal world. It was like I yelled at the computer. I'm like, finally. I'm like, Eddie, this is, what we talked about, I was excited, very much excited to see that on a mainstream program. Do you know what I mean? So if you get a chance, definitely, Okay, so like I was saying, we know that parapsychologists have spent a lot of time and work studying the human mind and what we could, in fact, or what we could be capable of. In 1972, there was an experiment dubbed the Philip experiment, where they used their collective thought to see if they could conjure ghosts. They claim the experiment was a success, which in Zombie Boy it was as well. To me, it was, at least. By thinking and talking about a fictional character, they seemingly created a ghost out of thin air. If we do indeed inherit our knowledge on some collective unconscious level, we can unwillingly project or tap into this when we are seeking answers out in the paranormal world. A lot of people, for example, think that when we're using items such as a pendulum to answer a question, while many put their answers down to unconscious movements in the hand making a move, what if it's our unconscious actually making it move that way for a reason? And that's what I've talked about before as well. That's what I mean is when I say my higher self. It's me in a higher realm. Thank you, baby. Knowing the answers. I don't know them because I'm in my human body and my brain isn't big enough to expand that knowledge or know that knowledge. But my higher self knows all because it's in a higher dimension. That way, that's where I get. Hi, Lee. How are you? Oh, is that somebody's real name? But I know that's where I get my knowledge from when I'm working my pendulum or when I'm doing my tarot readings. I know. Are you ready, baby?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There he is. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there we go. But that's where I know I get my knowledge from. So does that make sense? Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Lee. All right. I was wondering how you knew my name, but apparently if you're Claire's husband, then
Did you explain the higher realm? Ghost Rider asked. Hold on.
Okay.
Where the hell was it here? Ghost Rider says, higher realm, please explain.
Higher realm, I believe, and this is just my belief.
Hi, everybody.
This is just my belief, but I believe that there's multi-dimensions, and the more we vibrate up, I'm sure you've heard people talking about vibrating and frequencies, and shut up, Andy. And but what it is basically our brains can only hold so much. We can't be I hate the word awakening, but when we're awakening, we're moving up in frequencies. So we're more aware of things around us are going on. Okay. Our higher ups or other realm is basically on a different level of knowledge because they don't have the physical body to hold them in. So their brains are more, well, they don't have brains, but it's all knowing basically. Right? Does that make sense? Hopefully. Yeah, higher realms, lower realms, parallel realms, that sort of thing. So when I get my information, when I'm doing my pendulum or my tarot readings or my runes, whatever I'm doing, mystical. Thank you for the follow. I can't see who it is.
History Explorer, Abandoned History Explorer.
Abandoned History Explorer, welcome, and thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate that. I believe it's my higher self in a different form because the parallel universes, we're all in all of them.
He says multiple dimensions. He gets it.
Okay. Awesome.
And Wisteria, yeah, I would watch what you're saying like that. She says, I tend to believe in what you believe, Missy. Be
careful.
That could be a whole lot of problems.
You are not shy, Andy. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, even Nicole laughed.
And mind you, like I always known since I was, I started on my path since I was 16. I'm still learning. Everybody learns in a day, and I'll probably still be learning 20, 30 years from now.
They say you'll learn until the day you die.
Right, exactly. That's why I said 20 and 30 years.
Well, that's why I shortened it up.
But I mean, you get to that, you just get to that fact where you understand more and more as you.
Oh, and I heard you say about the truck being late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Come in at 2, right?
Yeah.
Show up at 20 minutes at 2. I no sooner hit the door and bing, drop 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, jeez. Right, exactly. Every day is a school day.
Yeah, they say the day you stop learning is the day you'll die. Hey, what's up, Lee?
But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I knew there was something more, but I didn't know. And a lot of it comes from me having my near-death experience. That really changed my life. That and the astral travel. The out-of-body experience, no, because that was just a 2-second thing where it scared the shit out of me and it hurt. But, and my astral travel, that was the two that really changed my life. And those two both happened about, Danielle's going to be 15 this year, so 13 years ago in the same year.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I did get a message on Messenger with a picture today. Ruth got her bracelet and she loves it.
Awesome. So Ruth, if you're listening, I'm glad you love it. Oh, that makes me happy. Definitely. Okay, so people dowsing rods are the same way. To me, it's like spirit. I use dowsing rods a different way. When it comes to dowsing rods, I don't use it like spirit, are you here, and cross them. I'm going like spirit never goes near my dowsing rods. That's my guides, my higher self. My guides are the only one that will answer for my rods.
And I use them completely opposite.
You use them completely opposite.
And the funny thing is, hey Mary.
Hey Mary.
I don't think there's ever been a time that I've used my dowsing rods that I've never had activity.
Yeah, you get really, yeah. I hope you're feeling better, Mary. I'm sorry you were under the weather. That sucks. A lot, Sophie. A lot.
Yeah.
It varies on different things. It depends on. I try to find the cheapest shipping that I can.
And then she tries to manipulate it a little bit more, and
yeah.
But don't be surprised if we can't get it shipped directly to you. It might have to get shipped to us.
Yeah.
And then we'll turn around and send it out.
Because apparently that's the only reason Roos took so long, is because apparently my
shipper that you were using.
Yeah, don't know, that doesn't realize that the UK exists. But it does for Nicole in Belgium. Andy says, I use a form of water for dousing fires.
Yeah, whether it be, piss, vomit.
Nicole said never had those, but would love using them too. Right now, I only use pendulums. Yeah, I like my dowsing rods. I only got the little ones. Eddie's got the huge ones.
The ones I got is a Christmas gift. I think it was Christmas, wasn't it?
I don't. Your birthday's so close to Christmas. I don't know.
My dowsing rods are about 3 foot long, and they have lighted rods.
Yeah, he got the good ones for his birthday or Christmas.
Don't let her fool you. She always gets the good shit because she'll buy something and go, "Oh, honey, by the way." Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Ruth lives in North. I almost read Norfolk. I'm like, why the hell you wouldn't get? I'm thinking Virginia, Norfolk.
Oh, is that what it is, Andy? There you go, Nicole. I don't want to know, but okay.
I can steal Andy's rods.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know how to take that. Wisteria, that's cool. See, I'm not, like with my family, I don't know. I mean, my mom was never, she knew what path I was on, but she never
practiced. Or she didn't encourage, she didn't discourage.
Yeah, exactly. She just let me do my own thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there's any history there or anything like that, but she was real cool when it came to that.
No, I got more than one rod. I'll show you one right now. That is the length of my dowsing rods. And this, you can see it light up. See how, so I can go in the complete dark.
Yeah.
And you'll still be able to see the activity happening.
And it's also got a blinking setting.
Yep.
To where you can just set them down, and can you go over to, to that blinking light and,
So yeah, that was one of the second coolest gift that Shadow's ever got me. The first one was my cutlery kit.
Oh, the Tampa Bay.
In my dowsing rods, they're important. Mine come with a carrying sheath.
And he says, anyone touches my fishing rods, however, without my explicit permission, I will wear their thumbs on as necklaces. Yes, I love my fishing rods as well.
Hey, Red Wild Bill.
Hey, Red Wild Bill. How are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, so a lot of people, for example, think that when you're using items such as pendulum, to answer the question, we already went over that. Maybe the answers are there deep in our unconscious waiting to be discovered. Again, what I look at as my higher self. While we may not, a person's history consciously, I'm thinking that's supposed to say, while we may not know a person's history consciously, is there information or a story sitting there somewhere that we can tap into in some kind of psychic level? Are we projecting this activity ourselves when we feel we are communicating with spirit just by thinking about it or about them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so as well. There's a lot to digest, and I think, oh, she's just ending it. So, I mean, again, a lot to think about. I honestly believe that there is somewhere you can tap onto.
And he wants to know, he says, don't you just love it when an article is written in Mongolian?
Yes, I know. It makes Missyisms,
better.
Yeah, better.
So Ghost Rider says he's been in an astral plane. Wow. Briefly.
Are you having Missyisms?
No, I'm having an Eddieism. It's almost as good as an orgasm, but not quite.
That's interesting, Ghost Rider. I know. It's definitely an interesting experiment. Or not experiment, experience.
I'm sorry, Misty Cat. I hope you feel better soon. We'll send you love and light.
Definitely. I'm so sorry, Misty Cat. Hey, Nubs.
What's up, Nubs? Or Chaosism.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be getting sick this time of year.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Rev uses old school tools and new technology.
I love it. That's phenomenal. That's the way to be.
Walking to the store, watching you all. Hey.
Be careful, Nubs.
You'll lose your other two fingers on that hand. Welcome back, Sophie.
Welcome back, Sophie.
I guess Rev is one of Wisteria's best friends.
Awesome. Well, welcome, and I hope you enjoy it here. So, we're talking about fight or flight in the paranormal. As long as there's no sea lions, I'm good. Time slowing down is often reported during paranormal experiences. Have you guys had that?
What is it?
Time slowing down while you're investigating.
Is it? I know what you mean. Almost like you walk into a void.
Right.
Where there is no time.
Yeah, you get to that.
Oh, Rev
Eddie does
get
too.
Along great with me.
Yes, Chaos does too.
I have a team of debunkers.
That's right. So how does fight or flight play a role in the way we react during a paranormal investigation? Let's finish the sentence. Apparently, I'm not even going to do that today. How much would it freak you out, Missy, to come face to face with a spirit sea lion? I would probably not run from that one.
Yeah, my ass you wouldn't. How fat do you think I am, Andy? I do not get a wheelbarrow of snacks. Yes, Nugs, believe it or not, for Alaska, we're pushing almost 60 degrees right now.
Yep.
Oh,
well, my phone said 64.
The computer's reading 58. Rev says he is an ordained minister. What the fuck was that?
What happened? Why?
My screen just went black and then came back on.
Well,
I mean, it literally just went black.
Great. Yeah, my beer here.
That was weird. But it happened so quick.
Right.
Almost like blinking an eye.
Right, yeah. So it says time is one of those interesting concepts, especially when it comes to the paranormal. Does time work differently in other realms? Obviously, we've talked about that, right?
Other realms don't have time, do they?
If they're right. Well, I don't know. We haven't talked about that. different realms. We talked about the afterlife having no time.
Hurry back now. That's true. Kind of like a parallel
But
universe.
realms, that's a good. Well, yeah, they have to. They would have to because they're on timelines like us. They're on.
So, but you're thinking. I think
It's
you're
a whole nother discussion here.
I think you're getting mixed up with realms and parallel universe on whether one has. Now, parallel universe would have to have time. It just wouldn't be the same time as ours.
Right. Where realms is like
possibly no time at all.
Kind of like when I astral traveled, there was no time.
But
I wasn't dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
in that moment in time, though, you were.
Not the near-death experience, but I'm talking about astral traveling.
Right. But your body you are not in your body.
Right, yeah, okay, all right.
So basically your shell is dead. Does it see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, Andy, that's partially it. Because he says, do timelines truly exist? Or, damn it. He didn't say damn it. That was me. I totally lost his. Oh, there it is. Do timelines exist, or are they a figment of the human needed to label everything? I don't think it's the human to label everything. I just think we just need time to function.
Avon calling. Eddie's ding-donging.
I know. Eddie is ding-donging over there.
All right, hold on. I got to turn off my notifications. Just so I can forget to turn them back on and be late for work. All right, got it. Don't you worry about my ding-dong. You got Andy. I had to.
Right. So, time is one of those interesting concepts, especially when it comes to the paranormal. Does time work differently in other realms? If there's an afterlife, is time still there? Is time relative? I don't think so. Time doesn't exist. Time is man-made.
It's a man-made concept.
But the question is, are paranormal experiences really just a form of time slip where we're interacting with our past or future selves, but the physical world can't keep up? There is so much debate over this. One of the concepts when it comes to time is that many people feel what time behaves differently when they have a paranormal experience. It is often attributed to the UFO counters, but many will tell you that when they feel they are interacting with spirit, that again, time behaves differently. They believe it's slower. One experience that this person I had several years ago, was that I almost felt like I was slipping in and out of time from the present to the past. I wonder if that's why when I go to have my OBEs, that I feel like it's an elevator going up or down. I wonder if it's that. I don't know.
I mean, it could be. No one help me. I'm crazy. Wild Bill says time's relevant. He says some stone tape theory happens on a timeline.
Right. That's true. That is true. So they said, I felt like I was seeing my surroundings as they would have been 100 years prior. Kind of like the stories that we talked about where they seen, you get zipped back in time and see people like you did with holding the stones.
Oh, when I seen that guy just
the cowboy with the.
But I couldn't. I was the cow. I was there.
Right.
And I seen what I was wearing. I've seen buildings, the horse. I've seen everything. The only thing I couldn't see
were faces.
Was anybody's face. I could not make out a face.
Right, but you could tell you were back in the Western old days. Eddie had chaps on.
Assless chaps. No, I don't know if they were assless or not.
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
Hey, Val.
Matter of fact, our package arrived today. Well, it arrived Saturday, but obviously, I didn't get notification until yesterday, so we couldn't go and get it.
Yeah, Sunday. So it might not even be there today. I might wait till tomorrow.
No, it is there today. It's already been
processed?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will have your hat on tomorrow, Vale.
Yeah, Eddie in Westworld.
It was so realistic. I could see the dust kicking up from the horse running down the street.
And all from holding the stones that Nicole and Andy sent us.
Yeah, the 7 stone.
Yeah.
You will, Vale. I'll go to the post office after the show. So the thing going on, so everybody knows, Rev. With Vale, Shadows won a...
Like I was walking in slow motion. Did you feel that you were walking in slow motion?
Miss T B38 says we're down on YouTube. Yeah, because I went back into the circle spin.
What the hell?
If time is not relevant, there would be no parallel plane. Time is only relevant, I think, in our own mind.
Yeah, man-made. Of course, it would be on a parallel in a parallel universe because we're human there as well.
All right, so we're back.
Oh, okay, back on YouTube now. Okay.
Mine keeps freezing up.
So while I was there at night, when I saw the past, it was daytime. When I was walking, I felt like I was walking in slow motion. That's what I was asking you. Did you feel like?
Not really. I almost felt like I was in normal speed.
Normal speed? I know, Heather. MIB. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the circle of death keeps popping. I'm going to have to disconnect that monitor. Everything is such a blur.
Yeah, that's what it was. I won the 1K fan live. Yeah. It's on Through the Veil.
Well, I knew it was something that you used. I just didn't know what it was. Would time be relative in a parallelogram? I really don't think so, but distance might be.
So at that time, I put it down to my overactive imagination. Maybe it was, or maybe it was something else. Maybe it was as someone to say, was someone showing me something. Nothing like that has ever happened to me again. The slow motion part, however, is something that stuck with me because I've heard similar experiences from different people.
Hurry back, Nicole.
Hurry back, Nicole. When they're in a thick of what they believe is a paranormal experience, I've heard them use phrases such as slow motion or time slowing down. Some even say they lose time. Not just minutes, but hours. What makes these experiences difficult to explain is that physical time is obviously not slowing down. It's more a person's perception has changed for whatever reason. So why is a person experiencing time in a different way? Is there something paranormal influencing them, or is it just the way our brains perceive the situation? While there's much we could theorize about the paranormal side, we must entertain that it could be what is called tachypsychia. And what that is it's also dubbed as the Matrix effect. If you need a visual comparison. Okay, it's all clear. Good. In certain situations, people feel like time is slowed down or that the world is in slow motion, just like in the movie The Matrix. In fact, many people refer to as glitch in the Matrix, which Eddie has also seen a glitch in the Matrix.
Yes, I have.
There is a community of people that believe we're a living type of simulation, just like the Matrix. Do you want to explain your situation to people that haven't heard it?
With what I've seen that I consider a glitch in the Matrix, we all know that the Matrix has to reset. It has to rest when it knows it's not being watched. We were out front. We're having a cigarette. And I just happened to look across the street, and I'm watching this guy walk down the sidewalk. I looked away.
Thank you for the follow, Green Bastard.
Thank you. See, I can't read that one.
I don't know, but that's what it is. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry.
So when I look back towards where this guy was walking, you know how you watch somebody, you take them one stride after the other. When he lifted his right leg, it kicked forward 3 times like he was stuck. And then all of a sudden it started walking again. Exactly, Rev. Is this really reality?
Exactly. Right, Ghost Rider. The buffering is the internet company's invention, so we will buy better packages.
Better package. Yeah, because apparently somehow I hit my 20-hour free mark on StreamYard. So thank you for the wonderful co-host I got. He had to set up yesterday's show.
So, just like the the probable reason behind this, however, is a neurological condition called tachypsychia. It is triggered most commonly in situations where the brain feels like a person is in danger. Physical time does not slow down, just a person's perception of it is a part of the body's fight or flight response. Well, when I went into fight or flight over the sea lion, there was no. Well,
there was no hesitation.
There was nothing. I just was gone.
Welcome back, Nicole.
Excuse me, but maybe I time zapped because I moved so fast.
I mean, I've never seen her cover. It had to have been 60 yards, like a football field, 60 yards. By the time I could blink,
I was just gone. So, I mean, maybe it does, you know. When your brain feels like you are in sort of danger where it feels that you're in the risk of harm or attack, it goes into what's called hyperarousal or acute stress response, and otherwise referred to as fight or flight mode. When your brain identifies a threat, it releases epinephrine, otherwise known as adrenaline, which prepares your body to either run for your life or stay and confront and fight the threat in front of you.
Hey, Spitfire.
Hey, Spitfire. This release of adrenaline allows the body to release extra glucose in the bloodstream, raising our blood sugar level for a burst of energy. Boy, did I get a burst of energy that day. It allows the bronchial passages to expand, meaning we can get more air. Our pupils dilate, creating what is referred to as tunnel vision, meaning you focus on a particular area, however you cannot see it out of the corner of your eye.
And she did 60 yards away. There was a spot in the parking lot where she was standing.
You can't see out the corner of your eye, but only what is in front of you. We all have different fears and different tolerances levels, which is why this mode is extremely personal. What may set one person off may not bother another person at all. Kind of like when people are like, how are you not scared of spirits? And I'm just like, I just know that they're there. I know they're all around. Not because I can see them, but I mean, I really can't feel them. I just know.
Kind of like that day that door handle jiggled and it spooked the shit out of me, but you were fine.
I was just like, doo-doo-doo. Yeah, it's like, because I walk around like, well, that just happened. It was no big deal, you know?
Yeah, but this is when I first started believing the paranormal. And Rev, being a debunker, trust me, I tried everything possible to debunk that. And there was just no way to debunk that.
No.
Andy, well, you're a different case.
Yeah. It all comes down to our brain. Some people stand and confront the fear ready to fight, and your body has the adrenaline ready with extra energy and strength to help you do so. Others will instinctively run away, and again, they have that extra energy and lots of oxygen to help them do that. It all happens within a split second, and it is an automatic response your brain makes on your behalf.
Now.
It is not a conscious decision. It is a reaction. It's something that it triggered when the brain feels that you're in threat. It may it may be a very real physical threat, or it could even be imaginary. Which that's happened too. I've hallucinated that when I skipped school, I hallucinated that my mom was home and she wasn't home. So, I mean, it does happen. So what? Because I was so scared that I was going to get busted. That was the first time I ever done it. So while you are not seeing it, maybe you are feeling it. Either way, your body is reacting. All right, Nicole, take care, hon. Sleep well.
Bye, Vale.
We use prospective duration judgments within and across sensory modulates to examine the effect of stimuli, predictability, and feature change on the perception of duration. First, they demonstrated this, and first, they found robust distortions of perceived perception in auditory visual and auditory visual presentations, despite the predictability of feature changes in the stimuli. For example, a looming disk embedded in a series of steady disks led to time dilation, whereas a steady disk embedded in a series of looming disks led to time compression.
I'm sorry, Red Bill almost made me fucking spit my beer out. I fear not the valley of death, for I am the shadow that walks the valley, but scared of spiders.
You're going to get along great with Andy. 101 ways that you guys can figure out how to kill spiders.
That was funny, Rev. That was good. You almost got me.
So these results support the existence of multi-sensor interactions in the perception of duration, and importantly suggest that vision can modify auditorial temporal perception in pure timing tasks.
So is that why sprinters can run so fast? Because when they hear the gun, they're scared? Maybe they're being shot at?
Right. I'm like, no. So it's also important to remember that what goes up must come down. After the episode is finished, your body does what's called an adrenaline dump, which can cause a person to become confused and extremely tired. I'm that way all the time, so it's all good. A lot of these traits may seem... Thank you, Nicole, for the ice cream.
Thank you, Nicole.
A lot of these traits may seem familiar. Many of them are also seen in paranormal investigations or reported from a person who has had what they believe a paranormal experience.
Heather got a really good question. Can you fear something in this life maybe stem from something that happened in a past life?
They do say that, Heather. They do say that something, from your past life has done it. But it has to come from somewhere, right? A fear has to come from somewhere. It can't just all of a sudden be there.
Well, fear is the cause of the sense of the unknown. That's what we fear.
Right. But the fear of spiders, why? Why do we have a fear of spiders?
Because is that motherfucker going to jump at me? Is it poisonous? Right.
I just don't like when it turns to look at you. I'm fine with spiders until I move and then they move to look at me. No.
Mysteria says it's called the genetic energy field theory.
Right. And I mean, believe me, I've helped people cut cords from their past lives or whatnot. But you got to remember, I'm trying to, I guess, because you know how I feel about that with past lives and everything. I believe all timelines are running together, not running together as in group together, but like somebody, my best way of explaining it is like right now in another timeline, somebody is building the paranormal. Somebody is building the pyramids, right? And it's still going on today, but we just see the end results. It's hard to explain. That's why
Mysteria is still dragging the baby by the umbilical cord. She said she needs some serious cord cutting.
Right.
And he says, the completely unknown don't bother me. It's my imagination. that scares me at times. And anything with more than two eyes don't belong in this world.
That's funny. What? Oh, cool, Ghost Rider. He said I was a soldier in past lives. But I think that's why we get the Mandela effect.
Like me earlier was shitting myself, excuse my language. There was a huge wasp. When I say huge, I mean massive. I thought it was coming for me.
It was coming to take you away.
If you're a woman talking about the size of a friggin' bug, Missy, oh, this thing was that big. It's not one even the size of a fucking dime.
Whatever. Because spiders be creepy even. That's what Heather said. That's why.
Because I think she went to put spiders, but it says swayers be creepy, so she put spiders even.
Yeah. But I mean, we're all fearful of something. I mean, I'm more fearful. I'm not fearful of the paranormal. Like I said, all the years of doing this, that's why I want to get my friend to talk about protection, because when it comes to paranormal, because I don't use protection. I hate saying that with Andy in the room.
I know, because he's going to be like, oh, the pitter patter of little feet.
But I don't use protection. I never have, probably never will. I've never had anything negative happen to me. That's why I think that's why I believe we create our own worlds.
In Mystery or Misty Cat is very hard to tell, because very, very, very rare will you see the queen leave a hive. I think actually the only time you'll see the queen leave the hive is if she has to start a new hive.
Right, yeah, something's corrupt or something.
Yep.
Rob, exactly. Now the only thing that scares me is so-called normal humans. Yes, I agree with that.
I dare anybody to put the name of a person in this chat that is frigging normal. And I mean the name of any person in the world. Put a name of somebody that's normal.
Right. Yeah, paranormal is normal. That's what I believe. The whole thing of paranormal, it shouldn't be called paranormal. It's normal.
You have Ghost Rider, pit bulls. I think I have to. It's not that I'm afraid of them. You just have no idea what they're capable of. A positive pregnancy test would see Missy shit herself.
Yes.
Me too.
You guys wish you were all normal. No. No, but welcome back, Elizabeth.
Welcome back, Elizabeth. Exactly, Sophie. That's why I challenge everybody. Put somebody's name in this chat. I don't care whether they're in this chat or in the world. Anybody that's normal. I can't. Worst case.
Hey, Anton.
Is that Anton?
No.
Worst case, Ontario is now following.
Well, welcome. Worst case in
Ontario.
Was it worst case or
worst case? Ontario. I think your shit's all blurry. So.
Well, welcome.
Whoever it was, if I said it wrong, I apologize. We're having a lot of camera issues and everything going on.
Was it? Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Was it very windy when you came home?
It started to pick up, yeah.
I heard some gusts going through here.
Hi, Anton. Yeah, it started blowing open our door on the one side.
How you doing, Anton? Good to see you.
I'm not normal. I like metal music. Well, that makes you semi-normal. But there is no such definition of the word normal. There really isn't. Sophie, no, we've never had a tornado here. We've never had a water spout. Well, hold on. We did have that dust devil.
We do have dust devils.
And it got up to about 23 feet high.
Oh, wow, Bill, that's funny.
Exactly, Rev. I'll tell you I'm normal. I mean, but I'm telling you not to believe me when I tell you.
Okay, on to the next. EVP, communications with living people. So there's evidence to suggest that it is living people we may be communicating during a paranormal investigation.
Hey, Lockbeard.
Hey, Lockbeard, how are ya? While there are many experiments that test communication and psychic projection between living people using EVP, it is also possible to communicate with a living person who is sleeping. Obviously, EVP stands for electronic voice phenomenon. In basic terms, it sounds that we are detected on an audio recording device that we're not heard by the human ear at the time.
You owe Anton an apology. He said, good to see your show continues. Last week was boring without it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anton. I know. I apologize. I really do. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on, but good things.
Yes, good things going on. Just a lot more on the plate.
A lot more for Dad to.
But I miss you guys too. Just let that be known too. When I'm not streaming, I miss you guys as well.
We're working on a lot going on.
Right, Rob? He's like, I tried to be normal once, and it was the worst 2 minutes of my life.
I don't know how he made it 2 minutes.
Right. So there are many possibilities and explanations ranging from the frequencies the ears can hear through auditory pareidolia. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about pareidolia. I'm on the fence when it comes to that. I mean, I understand it. I get pareidolia. I get it. But if a person believes, I mean, if you're having other evidence with it, you know. I mean, mind you, Ryan, my son, Mr. Meester there, has seen faces and walls all his whole life.
Well, does that include the arm, the hand I seen coming out of the wall?
No, that was not pareidolia. That was, you couldn't, there was no, you know. We can't hear everything. Animals can hear fact. Yes, that's true. That's true.
But also, have a strong willpower.
But also, you have to take in mind too, Ghost Rider, that with animals are on a survival instinct. We have some of those survivals, but we've grown up in our knowledge, right? Like cats and dogs, they look in the mirror. That's why they growl and look at each other funny, and they don't recognize
that sensory of recognition.
Right. They're on a strict. Animals are on a strict survival instinct. So that's why we've lost a lot of our brains expanded and we became Homo sapiens sapien. We became, where we still have this instinct of survival, but it's not like animal instinct.
Mysterious says, I know what pareidolia is, but I actually think there's more to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing of it too. I mean, I used to be. Listen, I've changed a lot over the years, as we all do, right? Spiritually, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. I used to be one that everything was pareidolia. I get it. So I understand it. You know what I mean? But more and more as I'm getting older and I realize that the way I believe about things and, how we are in our own worlds but connected to each other, that's why perception is different from person to person. But when it comes to that, it's more of if I believe that there's a spirit there and somebody else, well, that's just pareidolia. There's a face. Well, that's just. But how do you know that's what exactly that I'm looking at? You don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to explain. I have a hard time explaining myself.
No, you're explaining it right. It's like looking at a snowbank saying, oh my God, look at it. You can make out perfect definition of a face of who that person is. Do I believe there's a reason behind why you're seeing it? Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, you just throw that in there. And Rev says he believes in the theory of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. I believe in that theory, but that theory is completely wrong. Because even if you don't mind, it does matter. Because it's going to affect the outcome of anything that's going to happen, whether it happens immediately, a couple of months from now, maybe a year from now.
Right, I get what you're saying. I don't think that's what he was saying, but Lockbeard says maybe if you believe hard enough there's a face in the bush, it'll give you the power to grin. You can. I believe we're that strong enough, we're that powerful enough to make anything. That's why I do my manifestation shows. I believe that we're very powerful and we just don't realize it. Listen, if you don't, well, it depends on what your belief is too. I mean, I've taught my kids, to cut clouds.
It's not that we lost our abilities, Ghost Rider. We just been taught how to forget about them. That they were no good. I mean, we haven't lost them. We were just never showed how to use them.
Right. We can't remember them. Hey, Patricia, how
Hi,
are you?
Patricia. Wow. That was like a quick blink too.
Oh, the Alaska Marine Highway system. Apparently, probably the freaking ferries are down. That's usually what it is.
Did they even get it running again?
I don't know. But that's what it usually is.
Because it was what, last year they didn't run at all.
No, this is like the barges and that. Thank you for the lemons,
Your
Nicole.
camera's froze. On Restream, you're froze.
I don't know. Am I froze to you guys?
Wisteria says, the ferries are down.
Not those ferries.
Now you're back. Our minds have shut out. What are our natural abilities? We need to really
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. That's why that's why I believe the way I do.
Don't hit on shadows, okay?
Oh,
no, I know, I'm kidding. No, you look fine to me. I'm sitting right here, dude.
No,
I'm just kidding, Lockbeard.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's how I believe. People are sit there and what they see is what they see. That's why I said, if you feel that you've seen something, don't be afraid to tell it.
And Rev just said it the same way. Skills are not lost, just locked behind baked doors in the darkest part of your mind. Now we need to find the key and learn how to unlock them.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing.
Now, is that a key word, Lockbeard, for something? Your video is fine. Is that what you're calling her ass? I mean, come on. I'm just joking, Lockbeard. Don't get...
But I mean, yeah, and that's what I mean about when I say when it comes to spirit world, I'm very nonchalant. Like, I know they're there. That's my belief. You know what I mean? Too many coincidences happened to me that, to tell me otherwise.
I don't know would the key be shrooms. I don't know.
Maybe.
If I believe in coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's just too hard to fathom that word. Coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. It's just not a coincidence that it happened that way.
Right. I definitely believe when it comes to stuff like that it's all what your belief system is. If somebody who is a skeptic and doesn't believe in spirits at all, they're not going to have an experience. Or if they do, it's going to be a very profound experience where they were thinking about it. They might say that they're skeptic and they're really not, unconsciously. You know what I mean? Unconsciously, they want to believe. Kind of like how I look at doorways and opening up and stuff like that. Like I say I want to open up and see a spirit, but yet I have that fear of the unknown, and my unconscious knows that, or my consciousness, both. But it might not admit that. Well, I'm not going to see that because my consciousness isn't going to let me. That's why I feel like when family members pass away, why some people see their family members and others don't, is because it's like your higher self knows you're not ready to see that.
Ghost Rider says, is luck real or a concept? I think luck is a concept.
Yep.
Because there's no such thing as luck. When it happens in your life, it was that point in time, it was meant to happen. I don't believe it was luck.
Luck is that's holding you back. That's believing it. To me, believing in luck is something that will hold you back because you need luck to win. No, you don't. Be happy with what you got, and more will come forward. But then there are ones like myself, you have to have a mind first, right, to unlock it, right? Even the cobwebs get smart and moved out. Oh my
yes,
God.
Mysteria, I have to agree. I believe in fate. I really do. I think it was fate that is bringing the kids up here. I think it was fate that everything happened that you all know.
Me too, Nicole.
The daughter, Delta Room.
She goes by many names.
Yes, but she will be living with Mom and me now when they come up. So yes, that fate happens. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Put my brain on the edge of a razor, and it looks like a BB on a 4-lane express. Wow, yours is bigger than mine. Holy
Andy
crap.
says, I kind of believe in fate, more like multiple fates, depending upon choices we make in life, like climbing a tree, many branches, twigs, and leaves that overlap and allow crossovers. Yes, I think I believe something like that, Andy.
Hey, Circle.
Hey, Circle, how you doing, hon? Welcome. I kind of believe that in a way too, but I also believe that we did make a soul contract of what we have to go through, because again, like I explained before, the way I believe is when I had my near-death experience, I didn't feel anything but love, right? So if we're given everything, and I've said this many times, you guys know, if we're given everything that we want, right, all the time, it gets boring, right? So if you had a lot of money and you could get, no matter what you wanted, you can just go out and do it, that life would get boring.
Yes, right, exactly. It's like movies with alternate endings.
Okay, so we come down to play out these roles in our lifetimes to feel fear, to feel hate, to feel anything but love. Because we get bored with just having everything that we need right by our side all the time, if that makes sense.
Exactly, Andy. If you're given everything you want in life, you will miss what you really need.
Right, but I'm saying and when we're in our higher selves.
I think he's just talking now.
Right, yes, exactly. But I'm talking about our higher selves. All we feel is love no matter what. So we come down here to feel what we need to feel. I don't think it's lessons per se. It's what we want to feel. It's like a game. We come down here to feel what we need to feel or what we want to feel as a human, we're spiritual beings having a human experience.
So it's like Jenga. You're playing different blocks, and it depends on which one you play. Does it crash or does it still stay?
Right. I believe we're all fighting to wake up and remember, like the first thing is to remember who we are and what we're doing here.
Well, happy birthday, Dead Soul.
Dead Soul Gamer.
It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, hon. And I don't think my sounds are up.
Ghost Rider, I've been in the same place. I have been brought back from being dead. I was down, I think, 3.5 minutes. And you're right. It was just like a dark void.
See, I didn't have a void.
You weren't dead.
I was going up.
I thought you were having, oh, well, true, but your, what was it, aunt?
Sister
Is the one that kind of held you down saying, no, you ain't coming up here yet.
Right. She's the one that says, get home and take care of those babies.
Okay.
I'm catching up on chat. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I had a void too, Wisteria. I mean, it was just a dark void. I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything. It was just black. Don't forget the fangs and paws. Oh. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. You make the best of what you have. Yeah,
exactly. And it's
right,
in this
Sophie.
moment. In this moment. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. If you learn to live in the moment and be happy in the moment, of every moment, this moment, this moment, this moment, this moment, you'll have everything you need. It's just letting our ego not go fully because we need that to survive. That's our animal instinct, is our ego that, fight or flight. We need that stuff. So don't fully let it go, but don't let it control you as well. And our biggest lessons comes from, going through shit.
Our biggest lessons come from sitting here listening to shadows.
All right, Rob. It was nice meeting you, and thank you for coming in and hanging.
I appreciate it. He's got a dishcloth in one hand, a vacuum in the other, and a broom out stuck out of his ass.
Talking about that?
Yeah. Rev, nice meeting you. Thank you for coming in. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, definitely. We're here 5 days a week.
But if you're an ordained minister, please don't come to my channel.
Yeah.
You will be praying for all of us. Exactly. Try not to grovel too nicely.
But yeah. So anyway, there's however, in many cases, these voices are often considered to be spirit voices. There is much debate in the paranormal community about what a ghost or spirit just might be. While the majority of people believe that it's the soul or consciousness of the person who passed away, there is evidence to suggest that living people could be behind a lot of phenomenon reported. And remember, a long time ago, we discussed this, where you were like, what if we were investigating and somebody was having an astral travel experience?
And we were catching them.
Right, exactly.
And not the actual
haunting or spirit.
Yeah. Welcome back, Freaky.
Welcome back, Freaky.
That's pretty good.
You thought of it.
I did?
Yes.
When?
Years ago, when we started. It was years ago that we talked about that.
I actually...
Yeah, that was you.
Just fart?
No, it sounded like a stone moved.
Oh, it's my cord hitting it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay. Ministers came in many faith ministries. Oh no, it is ministers came in many faiths. Once the page loads, type any name, click join, ignore the collaboration, drop down in the upper right, click somewhere else to make it. Huh?
Because he's talking about if you scroll up, it says, oh, by the way, my paranormal live stream TV guide is available.
Oh, okay.
Very cool, Lockbeard. We'll check it out, definitely.
I was confused reading that. I was just like, what?
But yeah, so, like, when it comes to that, like, is there a way that, so if somebody's astral traveling, say somebody astral traveled to our place, right? And all of a sudden stuff starts, our equipment starts going off because we're investigating, we're doing an investigation.
Is this really a dead spirit?
Right, yeah. or is it an astral traveler? So there's evidence that suggests that living people could be behind a lot of phenomena reported. I know this is certainly where...
Bridget?
Hey, Bridget, how are you? Welcome.
Like shadow people? No, not so much shadow people, just mainly the voices, EVPs.
That's what this article, but it could be, Bridget. A lot of people think shadow people are astral travelers or somebody from different dimensions too. But it definitely could be a source behind our shadow people. If that's the case, who the hell, why are y'all astral projecting here? Because we have a lot of shadow people here in this building.
We got a lot of shadow people in our room.
In our room, yeah.
You think it's a brothel, for Christ's sakes. Hi, Murad.
Hi, Murad. How are you?
Murad, that's it. I knew I'd fuck that name up.
So, many people who have been investigating the paranormal will have some instances where they thought that a living person behind whatever paranormal activities they're experiencing. It's not that this particular person is faking something. It is that on some level, through the ability of PSI, they are somehow projecting things. And that's what I've said a long time. I've said that forever and a day. You know, we've talked about it many times.
Okay. Here's a couple of quick things real quick. Shit. Where'd it go? Bridget says I see them. Bridget, we have shadow people here, and I have one in particular that as long as Shadows is in the office, she's on her computer, this shadow person will actually come down, sit down next to me on the couch and watch TV. But the minute she comes out, he leaves. It leaves. I should say
probably an ex-girlfriend or something trying to astral project here, and every time I come out, they're like, "Oh shit, gotta go." It's probably what it is. That's what I'm thinking.
And then who is the other one?
I think both, Andy. Our spirits alive or dead? They seem
that
to be
was the
dead
other
to
one.
us, but the soul is eternal. We say they're dead, but actually they're living. That's us in natural form.
You never die. Your shell does.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the many millions, Missy. That's right, Andy.
Yeah, okay, Andy. Yeah, like I got that many women chasing me now.
Does that mean the bro code just went out the window? What?
No shit. What the fuck, dude? Fuck you talking about stabbing a brother in the back?
No, but I mean, you know, it's our natural being to be in spirit form, you know?
But no, Bridget is really weird because this spirit will literally come down and sit right down next to me on the couch. And we'll watch TV, but the minute that door pops open, gone. And that's when Shadow sees it. Shadow sees it leaving.
I have a shadow cat that follows me around, apparently.
Your people's, I've got a shadow dog. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, who spotted Freak? Who was it, Patrick?
Patrick, yeah, he saw the tail. I saw it because I was doing a live feed, and he saw the tail behind me. He's like, I thought it was your cat. And I'm like, I live in a hotel. I can't have a cat.
So he says, I don't know. I haven't heard. No. So if you see a shadow you can't place, would that be a shadow person?
It's something. It depends. I mean, yeah, it depends. I mean, there's some shadows that are like closer to the wall, and I think they're more elemental, or closer to the floor. I mean, like short people, you know, really short people.
Trying to be nice and not saying midget.
Yeah, yeah. Patrick seen a cattail during one of the live. Yeah, I just saw that. I saw the reflection, but I didn't see the tail part. He saw the actual tail part. But yeah, I think, if you really want to go check out a person that's studied, let me get to it first. If you want to find out more about shadow people, and that's one of the people that I watch regularly.
Respect.
Yes, I respect a lot. I got to remember the name of I know his name, but I can't remember the name of the channel.
Hey, Shrimp Shack.
Hey, Shrimp Shack. If you go here, Mike has done extensive amount of work in working on researching shadow people. He's got a couple books out there. I mean, if you want to know, click that link, and he's a great person. And like I said, he's done extensive work on shadow people. And he's great to talk to about it. If you have questions and that.
I mean, like, you got questions. We try our best to answer what we can. And like Shadows, if she can't do it no better, if she don't know and you're still confused, she will find the person for you to go look for to talk to.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hey, Shire.
Oh my God, Shire. With no encounter with a succubus, should I be annoyed I'm not attractive to the dead?
That's a good question.
That's just kind of pervertedly messed up.
I can give you, if you really want to do so, I can give you a spell to conjure up a succubus. But I wouldn't do that.
What the fuck?
Oh, why do you want
I don't want
Oh,
no.
Well, you looked at me like...
How do I know you ain't conjuring one up when I go to work?
You don't.
Exactly. Now you know why I looked at you. The fuck? Yeah, I can imagine me at work fucking going,
Apparently some people like that, Freaky.
One out of having a pen and a paper. Sophie, next time just use the wheelbarrow, I guess. Because she came back saying,
I know, I remember that.
If it pays good money for you, I should not touch that one. Oh, no. That was left wide open for a reason.
Yeah, right? Like Ray in Ghostbusters.
Hey, that was funny.
Oh,
let's get back on track here.
So, do you think EVPs? Well, obviously because it's 11:54, I'm gonna wait and do this next week.
Are EVPs real? That is very difficult because apparently I brought it up before. If somebody's astral planing or astral projecting, how do we know we're not catching their voice?
And that's what they're basically talking about, except for they're talking more like if people are sleeping and they're dreaming of being someplace.
That's astral dreaming.
Right.
Which means that you are actually living your dream, even though you've never left your body.
Right.
Your mind has gone into its own world.
If your ears hear something after the fact, it has to be real, right? Well, yeah, it's going to be real, but you got to figure out where it's coming from.
Only if it's on the internet, Freaky.
Do you know what I mean? But there's also pareidolia with the audio. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right? All I can say is know what you believe, know who you are, know what you've experienced, and believe what you want to believe. Because most likely, to you, it's real anyway.
And it has happened.
Right.
Like
my experiences, nobody's going to tell me any different. I know I'm too old. First of all, I think I got crotchety as I got old. But shut up, Andy.
Everybody in the room shut up to that comment.
No, but seriously, I just feel I know what I've experienced, and nobody can take that away from me. And if a lot more people were like that, do you know what I mean?
Andy, you couldn't have said it any better. Went on your own, alone. The hard part is finding out whether your ears heard it or your mind did.
But I'm believing, to me, Andy, the thing of it is yeah, that is the hardest part.
Welcome back, Sophie.
Welcome back, Sophie. That is the hardest part because we are so, we can manifest anything that we want, basically. We are that powerful. We can manifest anything that we want in this world as long as we take the blockers off, and it's hard to take the blockers off. So when it comes to spirits or when you're alone, right? Did we manifest that? That's the hardest thing. When you get, if you're watching a creepy movie, that's opening you up more, but it's also could cause you to manifest something.
Yes, it
like
could
somebody
cause you to hear something
right
that never really happened.
Right.
But your mind's going, what if?
Right. You have to be, I mean, you have to, every decision, or not every decision, but every moment you have to know what resonates with you. Do you feel that it was real? Well, then fuck what everybody else thinks, it was real to you.
So I know for a fact that day I heard that door handle jiggle, you heard it.
Yeah.
So it was definitely, that wasn't something my mind made up. Unless, could my mind manifest something strong enough that you could hear it too?
Yeah, you definitely.
So remember, the electric's been out.
Right.
We
were you scared walking down there?
No.
All right, then I don't think that you would manifest that because you weren't thinking about it.
But we were talking about clowns and shit like that.
Scaring Rob, yes.
But then all of a sudden that happened. Could it have been my mind?
I don't think so because we weren't focused on that.
Okay, well, I mean, that's...
Right, no, I know. But I don't believe you manifest that at all.
No, that was pretty audible.
My theory in this building is basically there's
been deaths.
Well, not only that, I believe that it's housekeepers. I'm sorry, but you hear a knock, 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 and then the door jiggle.
The other night, I was sitting here on the computer, remember?
Yeah.
And I got up.
You thought somebody was at the door, yeah.
Thought somebody knocked on her door. Nothing. Nobody
Thank you,
around.
Heather. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
But yeah, I mean, it's just because of everything that's gone on here, I believe it's housekeepers. Like their energy of cleaning the rooms day after day after day after day.
Well, I'm not even going to make a comment because I don't know who watches this channel. No, I'm just a joke.
But yeah, I mean,
See,
it's all energy. It's nothing to be scared of. You figured it out. You figure it out.
Exactly.
No, we don't have room service here.
Hey, Lady Real Crocheter.
Hey, Lady Crocheter, how are you? Freaky Geek, there's no elevators here in Alaska.
Nope.
Well, in Valdez.
Yeah, there's, I think, one building I know of in Anchorage that has an elevator.
Well, because, if you get stuck in an elevator here, you got 6 hours to wait around until somebody can come from Anchorage to get you out.
Hopefully.
So, living in a living in a 3-floor hotel, there is no room service because that's a lot of stairs to go up and down.
But it's not only that, it's not like high-paced.
Yeah.
It was. It
can be, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it can be. When I got to go out and cook a buffet for 160 people and keep them fed, yeah.
Don't be weirded out, Sophie.
Yeah, no reason to be. Well, I guess she heard somebody come down her stairs and then looked and nobody was coming.
I've had that happen many times.
While you live in a hotel. Yeah, we lived here coming up on 5 years.
Well, yeah, the ports, yes. Are you talking about the boat? Lifter uppers. I don't know what they're called.
Elevators, and it's not for people to run on. Yeah, freaky geek. Yeah, it's then the big cranes to pick the boats up out of the water.
Yes,
it's got
we
the
have
double
those.
strap.
We have those, yes.
Yes. Set a camera up on the stairwell. I'm guessing that Lee is telling Sophie to set up a camera to point towards the stairs. Yep, moving grains and such. Yes, only we move boats.
Yeah. Big boats.
And some of them are, and they're not commercial, they're private.
Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them?
For
plus
what?
4 cranes.
Or
four going ramps for the cranes. But we have other cranes out in
there's only one for the crane. They all got to come into one spot for the cranes to come in and get them.
Oh, okay, but there are cranes out in the parking lot too.
Them are the ones that are sitting waiting with a boat, or they're waiting to go pick up a boat.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we have 4 of them all together. Yes, don't panic. It's perfectly. There's no reason to panic anyways.
Yep.
That spirit can't hurt you, won't hurt you, doesn't want to hurt you.
See, Sophie, you got to step up. If you already know that it's a person. What's it like living in a hotel?
We live kind of like in a 1-bedroom efficiency.
Yeah. Our office is supposed to be the bedroom.
Yes, but we moved our bedroom out to the living room because we spend 90% of our time in here on the computers anyway.
Yeah, researching stuff. Well, I do.
It's worked out perfectly fine for the past almost 5 years. But
we've also worked here. That's why we live here.
Exactly. But we're also trying hard to move at the end of summer.
Yeah.
Where we'll actually be in a 3-bedroom regular size apartment because we're going to have Bug with us. So the reason why I'm not around a lot is because I work a lot.
But yeah, so all right, guys, I got a question for you. Tomorrow, of course, is Transformation Tuesday. What would you guys like to know about self-confidence, self-love, that type of situation? What do you want to talk about? Is there anything you want to talk about?
You want to talk about self-love?
Or I can find something.
Are you planning?
Maybe.
If y'all want to show up, you're more than welcome to.
Maybe, Anton.
But I ain't buying anybody's fucking ticket, I can tell you that.
Do you guys have any ideas of what you want to talk about?
I got a weird one.
You are weird, so it's no big deal.
I mean, if you can manifestate spirits, if you can manifestate everything, right? In your own mind, is it possible that you're manifesting parallel universes, parallel realms? I mean,
that's not a Tuesday show. That's more of a Monday show.
Oh, well, fuck my life then. No, I don't have any ideas. You're fishing for freebie? Wow, chat's like going quick. So this is the only Essex girl in the show. Yes, really miss my cat Budweiser. We were very close.
I almost read that wrong. I almost missed my can of Budweiser. But that's, I'm cat, sorry. Yeah, cat. I know. That's why I said I almost. That's hard. It's hard when you lose an animal, definitely.
Wisteria says, what about self-gratification? Wow.
what kind of gratification. See, you guys scare me when you say stuff like that because I'm like,
who is G Smoke talking to? I sent your package. It should be there by Saturday.
It'll probably take longer than that, G Smoke, just because that's how our mail service.
What the hell did you buy?
I didn't buy nothing. Well, see why I get... Thanks, G Smoke. You got me in trouble.
What package?
He wanted to send like some of his promotional stuff to us.
I find a motherfucking shipping thing in there that said it costs this much. I'm kicking your ass. G Smoke's probably going, oh, see, sorry. That was funny.
Oh, too. Okay, Wisteria. I see what you mean. Hey, you got to.
For simple things like today, I'm grateful.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, Freaky Geek Shadow. You should know you need to use your words wisely. I know. I know it's not running.
G Smoke, please. I'm just kidding. I mean, who was I? Lockbeard. I was giving Lockbeard a hard time. You notice Lockbeard stopped talking.
No, he didn't.
When's the last time he said anything?
Flat.
I got your payment, Missy, and that shipping container loaded with decks of cards to be.
Now y'all trying to get me in trouble.
Enjoy the promo package. You guys are great. Wait, is G Smoke Circle?
No. I got you.
Did you get another one?
Oh, calm down.
Honey, I'm not bad. I'm trying to figure out why not.
Yeah,
Circle.
I do, Nicole. I need some wooden.
Eddie, it's now called an alibi. No, wait, why is Circle saying enjoy the promo package?
See, he is a part of Paranormal Circle's company.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Yeah,
I will definitely enjoy it. I thank you guys. I really do. Appreciate it a lot.
Shire says self-gratification. I can barely open a tin of beans.
But when we get to talk about being grateful and gratification, yeah, not like I said,
I'm thankful I still got a fingernail to crack. I said crap. Crack a beer top.
You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts, I swear.
Yeah, but you know what? It's the best kind of crazy.
Oh, I'm telling you, yes.
When being on your show is great. Right?
I enjoy these shows. I really do.
Hey, Wisteria.
That's why I was scared.
Whoa. That's what we were trying to avoid. This is not Saturday or Sunday.
See, this is why you guys scare me all the time. I'm like,
that's interesting. Why? It's a can of beer. It's got one of them pull tabs, and it's really easy if you got some of a fingernail left to get underneath that bitch and pop it open. Otherwise, I got to grab my box cutter. I think I got it with me right here. Yeah.
We won't go to that kind of gratification.
And it's got a little pop top thingy that I can grab it with. So.
But we can definitely talk about being grateful. And
one thing I'm grateful for is I wake up every day and Shadows is here. No, it really does. I mean, yeah, we're not old, but we're starting to get old, and and I've lost over half of my graduating class already. So when I get to wake up every day and I get ready to go to work and I get to kiss her, yeah, I'm grateful. No, I don't need a nail clipping. I use the things for cutting the steel. Yeah, clear this for the after.
Oh, who would do it? Did we miss somebody?
I think so. I don't know. Oh no, Ghost Rider he said too late, Ghost Rider. No, who are you talking about?
I don't know. All right, guys. It's come to that time. Head on over to D Live. Hype up that chat. I'm so confused now. We'll figure out what we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Self-gratification and not that self-gratification.
That's right. We already established that kind of self-gratification takes place over at Clara's channel.
Happy belated birthday, Ghost Rider.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Ghost Rider.
Turned 55 on the 19th. I turned 51 this year. Like I said, I'm not getting old, but we know we're getting old. So the gratification I have is to be able to give her a kiss and knowing she's still with me before I go to work. So on the end of that note, I'm going to let her finish doing her thing, get her stuff ready. And at the same time, I'm going to ask Andy or Nicole, shoot me over a message. How many views did we get yesterday? Nearly as old as Eddie now, mate. No, fuck you, Ghost Rider's older than me, asshole. Read the fucking chat.
Hey, Sheriff. Oh, you'll be 56 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday to
Hey,
you.
Sheriff, we don't get to see you. Happy early birthday.
Yes, definitely. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys. With that being said, let me go ahead and I got the credits running.
100 odd, if memory serves me right. Not bad.
Got the credits running.
And this is the point where I want to tell all the guys, here's a great fist bump. And to the ladies, I got a great big hug for you. Stay safe. Stay strong. We'll get through this. I get to see you old guys tomorrow.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. We really do. You guys make our day. It's our morning, until noon. So you guys really, we wake up with you guys and you make our day. You guys put our days on such a happy note. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does. Hi, Mystique.
That's Wisteria, honey.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's right. She went over to D Live.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I am pressing the button right now. So if you're over in D Live, go ahead and hit that. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, now I hit the button.
She lied.
I know I lied. Again, thank you each and every one of you for being here.
Well, Shire, if you can't be good, you better be good at it.
Right? Why is your camera off?
Because I let you do your closing thing with your credits, your chest, and everything. And then when you come back on camera, I always come back.
Okay.
This is the first time you've ever noticed that?
That's the first time I've ever noticed that.
Holy shit.
All right, so Heather got 88.6, Nicole got 51.3, Freaky Geek got 37.3, and Melanie got 29.9.
That's because she didn't have her things on, Andy. Andy said, damn, went through the whole show and not one slot.
I have it on, it's just not working.
Yeah, see, so that's how it goes.
I'm sorry.
She did flap you.
I did. I went flat. Every time you said something about Fluky getting cookies, I said flat.
Fluky got cookies?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys. With that being said, we love each and every one of you. Remember, take care. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow. And find someone.
Find someone.
Yeah, find someone. Mm-hmm. Find something that
so
makes
you.
Find something today that makes you smile with your eyes. We love you guys. See you tomorrow.